everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown. We're right along ringside. And boy, are we ready to go today, huh?
I'm enthusiastic, too. Listen to what we got for you here today. We have a CWA heavyweight title match today. This will be the first defense of the title on television for the King, Jerry Lawler. He puts it on the line against Jimmy Jack Funk right here in this ring coming up just minutes from now. Also, that's not all. Also coming up a little bit later on, we'll have Jeff Jarrett and Manny Fernandez going against the Doctors of Rock. A little bit after that, we'll have Terry Taylor in here with Gary Young going against superstar Bill Dundee and Ricky Nelson. Now, also we have some standby matches, too, if we have time for them later on. Overlord Max Payne here later on. And the Midnight Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, they're in standby matches if time permits.
Boy, I'll tell you what, I hope we do permit, because that son of a gun is a great lineup of action. The very first defense of the CWA heavyweight title will be taking place in a moment. We've got some other big news for you. By the way, we're going to start today the very first week of our Renegade Trivia questions, which will be coming up. And boy, there are some neat prizes. I'll try to explain that when we get to it. And ultimately, they're out of 18 weekly winners, there's going to be a grand prize, which somebody is really going to cherish. We'll tell you all about that a little later. Let's get started. We got a CWA Heavyweight Championship title match coming up right after we take time out for this. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm ready to go. I'm saying, Dave, you like that? Huh? We're going to get him on the way to the ring. Here's a guy who gripes and Lawler's ducking him. Yeah, believe it.
I can't believe it. The King of the Sissies has finally been forced to put up my title against me, the true CW heavyweight champion, right here on national TV. You know, I called my cousin Terry, and he couldn't believe it either. He said, "You mean that King of the Sissies is finally going to get in the ring with you and put up that belt on TV?" And I said, "That's what they say." And I'll tell you what, I am the new CWA champion as of a few minutes from now.
That's a little early. You better get in there and see if you can do it. A lot of guys have tried it. It'll be interesting to find out. Big Jimmy Jack Funk, the challenger, and we're about ready to go with the big CWA heavyweight title, baby.
The King has arrived at ringside. This match will be for the CWA heavyweight title. The challenger from Amarillo, Texas, at 263 pounds, Jimmy Jack Funk. And the champion from Memphis, Tennessee, 234 pounds, the King, Jerry Lawler. A one-fall, 30-minute time limit for television. Special 30-minute time limit, one-fall match. The championship belt is on the line.
Oh, boy. I love to see these guys go in any kind of a match, but particularly when it is a CWA heavyweight title match, it's just going to add that much more to it. Jimmy Jack Funk, who is so anxious, he's out of the corner. Bell time! We're off and running with the action right now. As Lawler and Jimmy Jack Funk, Lawler giving away almost 30 pounds to the big guy from Amarillo, Texas. I know that you know he comes out of the Funk dynasty, and he is, look at that. He's strong, no question about it. His attitude is monotonously nasty, and it doesn't take you long to find that out when you're around him about 3.5 seconds. Lawler dumped down on the mat one more time.
Tremendous matchup for the belt here. Jimmy Jack Funk, who has made all kinds of waves since he's been around here. He's won this match. He's back on his feet claiming he had his hair pulled. Lawler says I don't know what he's talking about. I never touched his hair.
Yeah, give me the title. Yeah, wouldn't he love to win it that way?
Yeah. Wrong, Jimmy Jack. Got to win it right there in the ring. And you got to pin the shoulders.
This is a special television time, as we do with our title matches. It's one fall, 30 minutes. Look at Lawler. He shows Jimmy Jack he's not the only one who can do a little pushing, and the referee again comes over and says, what about the hair? He's complaining about that. Look at Jimmy Jack, I think, ripped out a patch of his own hair and showing what Lawler did. Well, I say that. I didn't see him getting the hair.
No, I didn't either. I think that's ironically an old Lawler tactic from years gone by. Complain enough to the referee, and the referee will really start to watch the other guy closely.
That's exactly the truth. Exactly the truth. Jimmy Jack says, raise my hand. You know, this guy, just the way he says the word sissy is irritating.
Yeah, makes you mad.
It makes you mad right away. Reversal on the hammerlock, and Jimmy Jack comes up with it behind Lawler's back. Lawler again. This time he goes to the top with a top wrist lock and takes Jimmy Jack right off his feet. And now the referee, that's what Jimmy Jack was looking for. He saw it, and immediately the referee said, break it up, you're pulling the hair. And Lawler explained it. Hey, I didn't even touch the guy's hair. Where's Jimmy Jack Funk going? He's quitting. Jimmy Jack Funk has walked out of the... Now, here he comes back.
He's got T-Joe Khan with him.
Yep. Jimmy Jack Funk walked out.
Now I got somebody on my side. When he pulls my hair, he'll be able to tell the referee.
It's supposed to be one-on-one, Jimmy Jack Funk. I wouldn't trust it with T-Joe Khan sitting any more than messing around with an atomic bomb. Guy's sitting down there at ringside. What he's telling the referee, all I'm going to have him there for, is to tell you when Lawler is doing something wrong, pulling my hair.
He's just going to be an observer, a referee's assistant. Yeah, okay. Now, we can see that from our vantage point here, and Lawler it's a straight takedown with a top wrist lock. He never touched his hair.
Come on. And if you make enough noise, that's the theory of it right there. The squeaking wheel gets the oil. Jimmy Jack slips in while the referee's back is turned. Dug him in the stomach. Lawler shakes him across. Jimmy Jack grabbed the hair then.
Sure did. He had a handful of it to put Lawler in the side headlock.
But Calhoun was over with T-Joe Khan, who was up screaming, and he didn't see that. Boy, how about that natty attire that the referee has on? Renegade Rampage outfit. Very good looking. Not the referee, but the
outfit.
Jimmy Jack Funk, CWA title on the line, standing side headlock. And again, as Lawler tried to shake him off, Jimmy Jack grabbed a handful of the hair, held on to it. Ha, ha, ha.
Now, Lawler is trying to tell Calhoun, hey, he's the one that's pulling my hair. He's going to make him break it. Yeah, going to make him break it.
Sauce for the goose, sauce for the gander, and Jimmy Jack Funk had one broken, and Lawler now is walking out.
Lawler pointed to Khan and said something to the referee regarding T-Joe Khan.
I see. My mama didn't raise no fool. Lawler goes back and gets Jeff Jarrett to come out and observe from his corner.
We're 5.5 minutes into this championship match. 30 minutes, the overall time limit. There's Jeff Jarrett. He's watching for hair pulling for Lawler. Now T-Joe is yelling, he pulled his hair. And Jeff Jarrett says, he didn't pull his hair. He did.
Well, I tell you, Jimmy Jack Funk started the thing, Dave, but I hope that it does not turn into a debating society here in the CWA heavyweight title match. Oh, big knee to the midsection. Oh, Jimmy Jack, did he catch him?
Boy, he blasted him with that right fist.
Boy. Now Lawler knows how Larry Holmes felt when Tyson caught him with that right hand. Boom. Jimmy Jack dropped him on the top rope, rocked his neck right across that top rope. He's off, but Lawler's leg is over the rope. Forget the count.
Jimmy Jack drops down with a right fist again before Lawler can get back on his feet. Right hand, fist double. Referee warns him, strap comes down. Here comes Lawler. Look out, T-Joe Khan trips him up from behind.
Yeah, T-Joe reached out and grabbed Lawler. Lawler's out of the ring, and now Lawler picks up the chair. He's coming after T-Joe Khan.
Oh, Jeff Jarrett gets Jimmy Jack from behind.
Jimmy Jack was going to hit Lawler.
Referee has just stopped it.
Knew the ball. Here it is. All four of them down on the floor. T-Joe chopping Jeff Jarrett. Lawler slams Jimmy Jack. And
the match stopped.
Is it stopped?
On the floor.
The match is stopped. Is that right, Jerry? Okay. So Lawler retains the CWA belt. And I tell you, when you're in there with a thug who's going to mug you with a friend outside, I guess stopping the match is no bad deal if you're keeping the title in there. Because, I mean, Lawler wouldn't mind getting in there brawling, street fighting, or anything else with him.
One-on-one.
Oh, yeah. So what was the time on it?
7 minutes, 19 seconds, the official time of the title match. Stopped by the referee, and the King retains the CWA
that's
title.
The problem, Davey, is we have seen so many times when the feelings get going as high as they are now, and you can just constantly feel a murmur of undercurrent going around all the time. Oh, boy, you're going to have a hard time getting a straight-up one-on-one match in there. Timeout. We've got some other great matches coming up. We'll be seeing Jeff Jarrett, Manny Fernandez, the Doctors of Rock, Dundee, Ricky Nelson, Gorgeous Gary Young, Terry Taylor. All of that yet to come on today's Championship Wrestling.
Big Championship Wrestling coming up Wednesday night at the Evansville, Indiana Coliseum. You will see a World Tag Team Championship match on the card. Max Payne will be there. You will also see a no time limit, no disqualification. T-Joe Khan and Jimmy Jack.
Everybody knows that we are fair men. We gave that raging cow a chance to come out here and apologize to us, but he's too stupid. Now the bull is all choked up. There is no bull. He's a sissy-loving cow. And Jeff Jarrett is just hanging around, waiting for the bull to get out of the hospital. But now there's no DQ, no rules. Our half a match. We're going to take you out once and for all.
No time limit, no disqualification. The World Tag Team Champions will be there defending their titles the first time.
First of all, Randy, you know I've been around here 4 or 5 months now, and you ain't changed the suit yet. Get another one along with a hairdo, huh?
Funny.
You know, in Evansville, we're coming up there against the Super Smurf and the Queen, and they're talking about wanting to become the world champions. Well, we're going to smack you around just like we do your silly fans there in Evansville, okay?
That's right. You know, everybody's wondering, what happened to the Southern Tag Team titles? Well, they've been knocked down into holding up the pants of the Midnight Rockers because that's about all they're worth. And now, superstar Bill Dundee and Jerry the King Lawler. What is this, Senior Citizens Night? Let me tell you two guys something. I give credit where credit is due, but all the credit is due to the Midnight Rockers. You guys got one advantage, and that's that you're twice as old as us because you've been wrestling twice as long. Dundee and Lawler, you're going to go down to the studs of wrestling.
Okay, we're seeing the Doctors of Rock head for the ring in there with Nate the Rat or Nate the Great or whatever. And we're looking for Jeff Jarrett and Manny Fernandez, who will be their opponents today. Doctors of Rock already there, and Jeff and Manny will be along. Well, there's Jeff. I don't see Manny Fernandez. Jeff Jarrett coming out. We're supposed to have a tag match in here, and Jeff, I don't see Manny.
Well, Lance, you sure don't. As you know, today we were scheduled against these two guys up here today. But you know what happened last week. The Bull is unable to be here. He's had to go to the doctor's office a couple of times this week. He's not unable to be here, and you know the Tijo Khan hit him with the metal, whatever.
Yeah, that glove he had on with all the metal
So
fingers.
if you ask Eddie Marlin, I'd like to wrestle just one of these guys in a single match.
Okay, well, now that's fair enough. I'm sorry to hear about Manny Fernandez. Hey, come
What's
on.
the matter,
Listen,
sissy?
you got
You got your big bad sissy loving partner out here to protect you. We don't have to do nothing to do nothing.
You did.
You don't have your sissy loving partner here with you. Is that right? Is that right? Where's he at? You don't have the bull? You don't have the bull out here with you?
Oh, boy. They find out Manny Fernandez is not here, and now Jeff Jarrett caught in the middle with the Doctors of Rock. Jimmy Jack Funk, T. Joe Khan, 4-on-1 jumping in there on Jeff Jarrett. Now Jimmy Jack puts the noose around Jeff's neck. Hey, come on, let's get somebody out here for crying out loud. Here comes a lot of help. The Bruise Brothers, Ricky Nelson. Let's see how Jeff is. They strung him out to dry. Jeff Jarrett out here with the explanation about Manny being in the hospital still is having trouble with that neck, and he went back to the doctor today about it, where he was jabbed with that metal-fingered glove that T. Joe Khan had on there, and they ended up, appreciate you coming out there with the other guys, Ricky and...
Well, excuse me just a minute for cutting you off, Lance Russell. These two guys you just saw in the ring, I don't know who they think they're fooling. I don't know who they think they're fooling. That's a rock and roll RPMs, and I tell you what, if that's what happens when you have a loser-leave-town match, brother, something needs to be done with this promotions. That's Tommy Lane right there. That's the rock and roll RPMs. I want something done about it. I'm going to be the one to take the mask off of one of the RPMs.
I have to be honest with you and tell you I never even thought about that. Let me explain to the people, Randy Hale, that Billy Travis and Ricky Nelson had a loser-leave-town match with a rock and roll RPM. Billy and Ricky won it, and the RPMs are gone. It didn't dawn on me with all of the excitement what Ricky's saying in there, Randy.
Ricky came up to me a few minutes ago, Lance, and a few of the other wrestlers, too. I can say this, that the contract was signed. The Doctors of Rock had called Eddie Marlin and wanted to come in. But if someone takes their mask off and proves that it's the RPMs, they'll be gone. Plus, they will be fined $5,000 for violating the contract.
Okay, out here.
Trouble out here. I'm telling you, thank you, man. I don't know what you're doing out here with
These
me.
are brand new men in there. Brand new men.
You know something, Mr. Hale? I'd like to tell you something right now, Daddy. I don't know who this Mike Davis and Tommy Lane are, and I don't really care.
You're right.
But you're looking at the Doctors of Rock. You're looking at the Doctors of Rock. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, whatever you want to call us, my friend. If you go for this mask, we've worn these masks for years. Nobody knows who it is under these masks. If you go for these masks, Mr. Nelson, or Mr. Hale, or Mr. whatever your name is, you're going to pay like you never paid before. Don't talk about fines, because we don't care who Mike Davis and Tommy Lane were, are, or whoever they ever will be. We are the Doctors of Rock, and we are here.
You heard what he said.
They'll hit the road, man.
Get ready to take a beating, boy!
Yeah.
Brand new men in there.
Okay, Ricky, I appreciate you pointing that out to us because, you know, it's really strange, Dave. I guess so much was happening there, something that never even dawned on me. I had written the RPMs off because they did, in fact, lose that loser leave town match and gone and all, but there's no doubt about it. Don't tell me. My mama didn't raise no fool either. I know that, too. I saw him in here with a mask on it, and listening to him talk. That's Mike Davis, or My Name Ain't. And Hey, I don't know. I guess with Manny not here and after that incident in there, we'll just why don't we take time out and we'll check and see what we've got coming up. I think we've got the Superstar and Ricky Nelson coming back in here against Terry Taylor and gorgeous Gary Young. Time out. Back in a moment.
Want to remind you, Championship Wrestling coming around the area, Charleston, Indiana on Thursday, February the 11th, Litchfield, Kentucky, Championship Wrestling on Friday the 12th. We will return to Madisonville, Kentucky on Friday, February the 19th, and Henryville, Indiana on Thursday, February the 25th. Now, let me tell you about Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. You will see Gary Young against Ron Bruce, the Nightmare against Skip Young. Skip Young makes his first appearance at the Evansville Coliseum. Max Payne against Don Bruce, and after that you will see a war. It will be a no time limit, no disqualification. Manny Fernandez, the Raging Bull, and Jeff Jarrett, they will be wrestling against Jimmy Jack Funk and T. Joe Khan. And the main event for the World Tag Team titles, Jerry the King Lawler and Superstar Bill Dundee, the former champions against the brand new World Tag Team champions, the Midnight Rockers. What a match coming up. We'll see you there. Evansville, Indiana, Wednesday night.
Dandy coming up, and Terry Taylor, gorgeous Gary Young, scheduled in the ring to be going against the Superstar Bill Dundee and Ricky Nelson in just a moment. So, I'm afraid to take a look here. Florida Gators Bad Boys Club. Yeah.
Lance, you want to hold that microphone? You want to ask us anything, or are you just going to stand there and look good? You look very nice today, but is that all you're going to do?
I appreciate that very much.
Lance, you're talking. That's enough. That's all you need to say.
Oh, thanks.
I was out here last week. You interrupted me enough. So what I'm going to do is I want all the people out here to know that there are a lot of great teams, not quite as great as one I'm going to introduce you to, but Gary Young and myself have been together for the last year. We've been in different areas. We're doing real well. And I just want everybody to meet a good friend of mine, Gary. Please say hi to all these ladies and, no, just to these people out here. Because he's here, and there's another group. We're just going to form a little tag team, and I'm real sorry for what's going to happen to your heroes. But sometimes it's that way in life.
We're going to beat them. That's all there's to it. I got to say, Terry, it's a great pleasure to be back with you again. We had a little vacation. We did our thing over the Christmas holidays, but now we're back, and what are we going to do? We're going to wipe them all out.
Yeah. Well, now you've introduced us to this great tag team right here. We got action coming up in the ring.
Yeah, let me ask you one thing, Lance. Everybody always talks about Dundee and Lawler as a team, or Jared have a partner for him, or the combination of the three. And what you have here is the World Tag Team Champions. Does anybody say anything? No. I look on the sheet, and they're on a standby match, the World Champions. Come on,
well,
that's
the way the format worked out.
That's the way it worked out. Well, instead of that, it's my interview with Gary, so if we can please get the Rockers to come out here and at least start this show out right. Come on out here, Rockers. Good round of applause. Here's a man in a suit of armor, 2 belts each, a suit of armor. I just want you guys, turn around here, let the camera see you. Hi, Marty, how are you? Now look at this. The ladies in here, please don't be drooling all over yourselves, and at home, there's going to be cases of electrocution, ladies slobbering on their TVs. I just want you guys to know it's great to have you here, even though the promotion doesn't show it. And I just look at this. They look like they got suits of armor on. Hey, so I just think you guys are great.
Lance, try to keep it down, Lance. You know, the first thing about you is you talk way too much. I'll tell you what, Jarrett Promotions, for the first time in a long time, you've done something right. What you've done is taken 4 studs out of GQ magazine and put them on your TV show. And I'm talking about the Rockers, Gary Young, and of course, my pal Terry Taylor.
Thank you very much. Now, are these guys great? Are these guys not the greatest thing you've ever seen?
Is this a mutual admiration society out here?
Who else has got 2 belts each here? Anybody?
Okay, they're the world champions. We admire that.
Stand by, Matt. Speaking of stand by, why don't you stand by while we knock these guys flat?
That would be an improvement over what we've had. Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels, the AWA World Tag Champion, gorgeous Gary Young, Terry Taylor, former World Television Champion. They're scheduled in the ring right now. And I think that they may find the greeting up there not quite to their expectations, I got a feeling.
I think you're absolutely right, because the Australian is standing up there waiting for him, along with his partner, Bill Dundee, and his partner from Knoxville, Tennessee, Ricky Nelson. They weigh in at a total of 429 pounds. At a total of 487 pounds, out of Houston, Texas, gorgeous Gary Young, and from Vero Beach, Florida, Terry Taylor. One fall, 10-minute time limit match. Jerry Calhoun is the referee.
Oh, I am sure that they look across the ring and they see Ricky Nelson. They see that little Australian fellow. Oh, yeah, we're much bigger. This ought to be a pushover. Well, that's what we're here for, is to see the kind of action. And right away, Dundee takes gorgeous Gary Young down on the mat.
Don't have to remind anybody of the wrestling ability of superstar Bill Dundee. Got to remind you, Ricky Nelson, though he's young and hasn't been here long, he's been involved in a couple of upset victories as a member of tag team.
I tell you, Nelson came in here. We'd heard about him and heard of his reputation and what an excellent. Look at this, Dundee with a nice block on gorgeous Gary Young. Scoops him up and slams him down. But just in the short time that we've seen Nelson, we're impressed. Terry Taylor dumped over by Dundee. Nelson in right away to take his share of the responsibility. Little one-on-one on each side of the ring. All four of them in, and now there's only two.
The world's greatest tag team was run out of the ring there.
Hey, did you see that distraught look on Terry Taylor's face? What happened? This is not the way that we said it was going to be. And I got news for you. You weren't thinking when you were talking about pushing Dundee around, and I'm sure the same goes for Ricky Nelson, although we don't have as much track record and know him nearly as well as we do the superstar.
Very young. Running Ricky Nelson's head into the turnbuckle and tagging Terry Taylor all at the same time. Taylor's set. He telegraphed his move, and Ricky Nelson got him with a knee lift coming off the rope.
How dare you, Dave, say the Rockers, the world champions, are on a standby.
Well, they are.
That's right. Nelson Taylor tied up. Good move by Terry Taylor. You know, it's just like the Rockers, Davey. A lot of people say, oh, you don't like them, and so you never say anything good about it. It's not that at all. We admire their ability. It's too bad their attitude doesn't match.
When the Rockers first came into the territory, I got to tell you, they were the most amazing tag team I guess I've ever seen. The way they fly through the air, all of that. Then all of a sudden the attitude changed, and you say, now wait a minute, you guys are too good to use that kind of tactics, and that's all they say.
Uh-oh. Gary Young from outside the ring. Look out, here comes Dundee. Oh. Billy taking a shot. Young ducks out of the way, and Dundee grabs the chair. He's going after Young, too. Up in the ring, Terry Taylor shoots a thumb, it looked like to me. Might have been just a fist. Right at Nelson's throat, puts him on his shoulder. Brings him over to the corner, tags Gary Young. The gorgeous one takes over with a big elbow on Ricky Nelson. There's a cover. Boop. Big knee. This Young's a big guy.
Yeah, he is. He's huge.
Terry's going about 237 now, isn't he, Dave?
Yes. He's put on considerable weight. I think many fans remember Terry from when he was just starting, and he weighed about 222.
Yeah.
But Terry with good size on him right now.
Boy, he popped him into those turnbuckles, waist-locked him, wheeled him around, and drove him down into that mat with a power slam. Tags Gary Young, and the gorgeous one takes it over with Ricky Nelson. Rick, close to the corner, but he didn't get a tag on Dundee. That's something he needs right now.
Obviously, part of the tactics of Terry and Gary right now are to keep him away from that tag. Dundee is itching to get in there.
There's a knee lift with Ricky Nelson coming off the ropes, and he's starting to crawl to the corner. But Terry Taylor grabs him by the tights. And we almost all of a sudden became X-rated there, but Nelson now dropped down on the atomic knee. As Terry Taylor working methodically at him. Oh, Nelson, not one to give it up. Tag back. Should have taken the opportunity. What is this?
Ooh, did Dundee walk away from the tag? Or?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it sure looked like it. Big body slam from Terry Taylor, so Ricky Nelson is still in there with him. There's the tag. Superstar over the top. Look at the revolving door with a fist. Bam, bam. Uh-oh, here comes Jannetty and Michaels. That's all.
The Midnight Rockers go to work on Dundee and Ricky Nelson along with Gary Young and Terry Taylor. Shawn Michaels got his boot off. Look out, he's looking for Dundee.
Michaels with that boot pounding away on Dundee's face while Young and Taylor hold Rick Nelson locked into the rope. Marty Jannetty, here comes Lawler. Taylor and Lawler trading licks in the corner. Down goes Taylor. Dundee finally released by the Rockers. Dundee picks that boot up of Shawn Michaels, nails Marty Jannetty in the head. Michaels, Jannetty, Young, Taylor, all split from the ring. As the veteran team of Dundee and Lawler end up in there together. Ricky Nelson down on the edge trying to clear his head. And that is going to be, I'm sure, a disqualification against the Midnight Rockers.
Absolutely. Referee did disqualify that team, Terry Taylor and Gary Young. So the victory is going to go to Ricky Nelson and Bill Dundee.
Well, I'll tell you, Dundee, who's really hot at Michaels for pulling that boot off, comes after him. Lawler and Dundee were back-to-back, and here comes Ricky Nelson with a chair in his hand. Time for the other four to split.
Right.
And the official on it, a disqualification.
5 minutes, 23 seconds.
5:23. We got more action. We'll be meeting Max Payne in just a few moments. Timeout. Back to it. Example here a little while now. Another time. Okay, we're about ready for more action up in the ring. Is coming out here will be the first time that we've had an opportunity to see him on Championship Wrestling, as Max Payne will be making his appearance on the scene, and there he is. Wow. He's a big one. Max Payne, whose reputation as an amateur wrestler is, well, I got to tell you, unsurpassed. We want to ask him a few questions about his background.
I don't need no help from you, pal. I do have some answers. A long time ago, Larry Sharp came here. He brought a man by the name of Bam Bam Bigelow. Well, Bam Bam's nothing. I don't need this man to tell you I was a three-time All-American. I don't need this man to tell you I broke an NCAA pinning record, because I did, but that's not important. I'm here for one reason, man. To avenge the loss of Bam Bam to a scumbag like Jerry the King Lawler. Now, if Jerry is a king, which all these people think he is, then what does that make you? That makes you a peasant. And I came here with a mission to destroy a small, insignificant nobody. And I intend on doing it right in the middle of that ring. If you have any questions, you better be ready to answer to me.
Well, you heard from Max Payne, who is heading to the ring right now, as we'll see him in action for the first time on television here on Championship Wrestling. Suddenly, the way everybody's grabbing the microphone and doing their own interviews, I think I'm looking for another job here. They're about to put us out of action. Okay, the official introduction.
All right, it's going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Introducing from Arkansas at 230 pounds, Alan Reynolds, and going against him from Salt Lake City, Utah, 303 pounds, the Overlord, Max Payne. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
This Reynolds, under normal circumstances, he's an impressive physical guy, and he got a great build on him, but boy, he's going against such a big guy. I don't know whether you digested all of the information that Max Payne was putting out in there, but Larry Sharp, just to refresh your memory, Larry is the owner and operator of what is called the Monster Factory, and probably the best-known product is Bam Bam Bigelow, who came out of Larry Sharp's. That stands on its own. What a slam! No, not going to pin him. Bam Bam came in here with Sharp, and Lawler beat him, but Lawler also, more than that, turned him into an anti-Larry Sharp fan, and he turned on Larry Sharp, and that's the last we saw of Sharp when he took off from here. Max Payne is saying, Larry Sharp sent me down with a mission, and Max Payne is here to see if not going to try for a pin again. This guy, 300 pounds, somewhere in that vicinity, I heard you say, Dave, but I don't know exactly what it was. But when you're up at 300 pounds, who's going to quibble for a few pounds?
Not many people, that's right.
Boy.
303 is what he's listed, the latest weigh-in.
And you know, it is incredible. He was a 3-time NCAA All-American from Iowa State. The record he was talking about, I think a lot of people, anybody who followed amateur wrestling remembers Chris Taylor. Taylor had the NCAA pen record. Whoa, what a splash. Powerhouse. This is it. 1, 2, 3. I feel sorry for Allen because he just never really had a chance. He just physically was swallowed up by huge Max Payne, who takes it away with a very large victory.
Minute 53 seconds, all Max Payne.
Okay. Yeah. Can somebody bring me the trivia question? I do not have it. But let me, we've got it on font? Okay, good. That's okay. I didn't know. I do want to explain that starting this week and every week for the next 17 weeks, I believe it is, we're going to have a trivia question. Now, what it will be is a question pertaining to wrestling that's part of the Renegade Rampage. For the earliest postmark with the correct answer every week, a winner is going to be selected. And then from that week, with the earliest postmark with a correct answer, that winner will win such things as a Renegade Rampage T-shirt, Renegade hat, a set of mugs and all. But more than that, and this is where the great thing, if you qualify by being a weekly winner, because these are really nice prizes on the weekly basis, there will be one ultimate winner after 18 weeks, in which the winner will receive a trip to wherever the finals of the Renegade Rampage is going to be held. They'll be given not only the transportation flown to it, they will be put up and billeted and given $500 spending money. All right. And a lot more things, friends. So I can tell you that if you have the answer to the question and you want to zip out to the post box to get it in for the earliest postmark, weekly winners are very, very important. So that's the way it works. We'll run over this from time to time. Let me see the question now for this week. Here we go. What famous wrestler had a brother affectionately referred to as Nuthouse? Okay, we're going to give you the question. Nope, hey, there's no point in hollering it out. It doesn't do a thing. You got to have a postcard, earliest postmark, in order to become a weekly winner. Just make it that simple. Send your Renegade Rampage Trivia Contest answers to Trivia Contest, WMC TV 5, 1960 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee 38104. WMC TV 5, 1960 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee 38104. Please put on there wrestling trivia or trivia contest so that yours won't get lost in a lot of mail or somewhere else. And the earliest postmark each week is going to be the winner of not only the nifty, neat little prizes. Next week, I want to have the prizes here so everybody can see them. But it will qualify you if you are the winner for that grand prize, which is a dandy, and we're going to elaborate on it more as time goes by. You got the question. We hope you got the answer. Send it in, and we'll hope maybe we'll have your name and be reading it off before very long, like next week. Time out right now. Boy, we've got so much to do and so little time to do it. We'll take time. Be back in a moment.
Big card coming up Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. One of the matches, no time limit, no disqualification. Funkin' Khan against Manny Fernandez. You'll be with him.
You know, Randy, those guys are real tough. They're real tough when it's 2-on-1. You know, they bring out here these goofy dolls and call the bull the raging cow. Well, that's real big and bad. If you guys want to talk, just do all the talking you want. But me and the bull are going to do the talking in the ring right there in Evansville. And it's going to be 2-on-2. Would you say no DQ, no time limit? That's just how we like it, brother. You guys better show up because it's going to be a fight.
Want to bring in now the superstar Bill Dundee. I had the Rockers out here a few minutes ago. They said it's going to be senior
I can imagine what they're saying. They can say anything they want, Punk, but just let me tell you something, brother, and you better get it real good. Well, we're not selling you short. I have watched you on ESPN. And you're a great team. For, like we said, if you're going to bring age into it, for two little boys, you're a great team. When the king and the superstar ain't got nobody around here big enough and bad enough to beat up, they beat up one another because we don't like to wrestle punks, and that's what you are, and that's what we're going to show the people you are. So all you folks bring a diaper down there that night, and because when we beat him, we're going to put it on him, especially you, Michaels, because you got something I don't like, and you know what it is? It's a pretty face, and I'm going to beat it till it's black and blue. That's right. And Janetti, you're out to lunch somewhere, Jack. Your elevator don't go all the way to the top. Well, I'm just going to tell you something. We're going to win them AWA belts right there in Evansville Coliseum. And if it starts in the ring and finishes up in the bathroom, we really don't care. The only thing we care about is beating you two punks up. And from the king and the superstar, we're going to do that.
Ooh, lot of fellers climbing in the ring right there in just the two of them. Ron and Don Bruce, the identical twins, the Blue Denim Bruce brothers. And let me tell you, theirs will not be an easy chore today. They're going to be in with a very confident World Tag Team Champions in a non-title bout, the Midnight Rockers. Here they come, belt over each shoulder. One of them is the Southern Tag belt. The other is the AWA World Championship belt. And if they can stop admiring themselves long enough, we'll get this match underway. Davey?
This match is going to go to the expiration of time. The Bruise brothers, Ron and Don, total weight of 501 pounds out of Apopka, Florida. And going against them, the holders of the Southern heavyweight, Southern Tag Team belts and the AWA World Tag Team belts, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, the Midnight Rockers. They weigh in at a total of 462. They're out of San Antonio, Texas, and Columbus, Georgia. It's going to be Shawn Michaels starting against one of the Bruise brothers, and I frankly still can't tell them apart.
Okay, that's Ron that's starting in there right now. And Don, I don't know why I'm so confident of that, except that there is something about their look. I don't know what it is. If you were to ask me, how do you tell them apart? I don't know, but I would bet you that that's Ron.
That's Ron, okay.
Yeah, that is Ron. These guys, we've said it before, but for those of you who are just now joining us and where you have been, sponsored by the great singing group Sawyer Brown, and they're young and learning. Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels, young, but there's an area that they have to learn. Whoa, nice whip coming off of Ron Bruce. Monkey flip, Shawn Michaels out into the center of the ring, hooks the arm, takes him over and down, and Michaels a little surprised at the agility of big Ron Bruce. Stops to have a word with Marty Jannetty saying, doesn't he know that we're the World Tag Champions?
That's right, apparently not enough respect for him, huh? They were upset earlier that we had announced they were on a standby match, which they were due to the title match we had at the beginning of the program.
The Rodney Dangerfield of professional wrestling.
Get no respect.
We don't get no respect.
Well, one thing they have said today that you do have to take note of, and that is they're young, but already they are twice world champions.
That's Don Bruce in there now. Took the tag from Ron, and he has taken over as referee Jerry Calhoun. checks out to see, and on the big arm bar, Shawn Michaels.
That's Don Bruce right there, right?
Yeah, right.
Don working against Shawn Michaels.
He climbs back up to all 6'6" of him. With Shawn in. Double. Oh, boy, that's a lot of upper arm, isn't it?
It sure is. Yeah. Great teamwork by the Bruce brothers. Got a count of 2 is all they could get.
Time counting down. We've got about 3 minutes left in the expiration of time as the Bruce brothers going against Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty. Shawn tags Marty, and Marty comes right in and stiffs him. I mean, right under the chin. He was kind of trying to avoid Shawn. He was off the slingshot effect of the rope, and boy, Marty just timed it perfect. Again, he does it. Jannetty shooting the word over to Shawn Michaels. Pardon me, David. Oh, that's what he was doing. I thought he was going down to have a word to say to somebody in the audience. He went down there, came roaring back. Jannetty put him in the corner, and bam. Shawn Michaels whips Don Bruce across the room. Count of 1, count of 2, but he takes him out of it.
Tag made on Marty Jannetty. They work against Ron Bruce.
2 minutes to go. We're going to carry every minute of it. I tell you, the Bruce brothers right now have gone into a slump. Jannetty slaps him upside the face, gloms him with a right hand. That was no open hand. Jannetty backing him into the rope, a whip across the ring. Aha! Caught him with that foot. Get to the corner, gets the fresh man. Good. They're learning. Boy, I'll tell you, every match we see them, they look better. Blue Denim Bruce brothers in there with Michaels and Jannetty as our time is cranking down on this event. About less than a minute to go as Shawn Michaels out of the ring. Marty runs in. He's rolled up. The referee over, running the other Bruce brother out, and Michaels jumps off the ropes, nails him. There's a cover by Marty Jannetty. This is going to be it. Yeah, he got him.
Jannetty didn't mess around with going for the pin that time. He went right for it because he knew that Shawn had been that he had been in trouble until Shawn got in and helped him out. Time on it 4:05 as the Rockers get the fall.
And legal or not. Yeah. Oh boy, that wouldn't be ruined by man. It sure is hard to be humble. That's the theme song of the Midnight Rockers. That's the kind of teamwork, though, that won them twice the World Tag Champion, whether it's legal or not. These guys work as well together as anybody we've seen in a long time. We got to take time out. We're going to be back in just one moment. Long enough to say, great show today.
Boy, it certainly was.
I liked it.
I tell you, we had the title match, the CWA heavyweight title, Lawler against Jimmy Jack Funk. It ended up, as we said at the time, not 1 against 1 in the ring because Funk brought T-Joe out to the corner. Lawler felt he needed Jarrett. It got into an accusation of hair-pulling type thing. Ended up with a brawl down here on the floor, and the referee says, I'm stopping this one right now. Can't keep him in the ring. Stop match. Lawler does keep the title.
Yes.
So he's still the CWA heavyweight champion.
So, shenanigans by Jimmy Jack Funk starting all that hair pulling stuff cost him a good legitimate shot at the title.
Really did. He had no chance to win it when all that started going.
Hey, you know, I bet you some folks that started with us are gone because they're out mailing their Renegade Rampage trivia question answer, and we probably lost them for the end of the show. That's okay. We'll get them back next week. Speaking next week, we'll see you then. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.